Mr. Chairman, today I rise to offer an amendment to H.R. 3582, the Pro-Growth Budgeting Act of 2011. The Pro-Growth Budget Act requires the Congressional Budget Office to provide an impact analysis in addition to a score when legislation would have a budgetary effect greater than 0.25% of GDP. The bill requires certain variables to be considered to determine economic impact. As the bill is currently written, the variables considered include impact on real GDP, business investment, the capital stock, employment, and labor supply. The bill describes these variables as major economic variables. One of the most important economic variables is missing from H.R. 3582. My amendment would insert income equality among the variables used to determine economic impact. It would also require an estimate of the change in income equality to be included in an impact analysis. Income inequality is real in America. It's time we start making sure our laws strengthen the middle class, not weaken it. America is indeed the land of opportunity. It is one of the principles upon which our great nation was founded. Yet in 2012, if you are born into a low-income family, you will most likely grow up to be poor. 65% of Americans born into families with earnings in the bottom 5th percentile stay in the bottom 2/5, while 62% of those raised in families with earnings in the top 5th stay in the top 2/5. America has become a wealthier nation, but the wealth has bypassed the middle class. Between 1979 and 2007, overall American household incomes grew by 62%. The top 1% of earners saw their incomes increase by 275% over the past 30 years. That means their incomes nearly quadrupled. In comparison, 1/5 of households with the incomes only saw their incomes increase by 18%. Although the pie is growing larger, middle-class Americans are watching their slices get smaller. Even some of my Republican colleagues have acknowledged the problem of economic immobility and wealth disparity in this nation. Clearly, if impact analysis are going to be required of the CBO, the factors considered must include income inequality. I urge my colleagues to support this amendment